Hey, my name is Ryan, and today I'm doing a long-term wear update and review of my Grant Stone Ottawa boots in Dune AKA Natural Chromexcel. Thank you for watching the video. Please enjoy. In just a moment, I'm going to change the camera angle and I'm going to do a close-up of the boot so we can go through layer by layer and I can show you how it's breaking in and how it's doing over a long period of time, over many wears. But for just a second, I'll talk about why I'm doing this review. Recently, I went to the Pacific Northwest to visit some friends, and it was a last minute trip. Me and my wife went, and I could only bring a carry-on. I could only bring one pair of shoes, and we were going to be doing a ton of hiking, but we were also going to be going out to dinner and stuff like that. So I wanted a shoe that could do it all, and I tried my Ottawa boots. Now, it has the day-night style lug sole, and it's just their natural Chromexcel, so I thought I could dress it up and dress it down for hikes. And so I want to give you kind of a review explaining how it did in that situation, and also look at it from how it's doing just as a wear update. Is it holding together? Is it still comfortable? Things like that. And if you watch to the end, I'll do kind of a quick restoration on these because I have abused these boots, and then we'll see how they restore. The first thing we're going to do is take a deep dive into how these are holding up. Now that we're going to look at the boot a little bit more closely, I could sum up the review really just by saying these are amazing boots. I'm a huge fan of Grant Stone's, and this Dune Natural Chromexcel is just one of the prettiest colors, and it just is aging so nicely. A thing about these boots is I never put shoe trees in them. I love putting shoe trees in my dress shoes, but I almost like how a normal boot patinas over time, and it has a little bit of a toe spring, a little bit of a curl. It just looks so nice. So I do love these, but I am going to be restoring them just to give them some better life. But I think Grant Stone's is one of the best value boots you can buy. In my opinion, this boot is better than an Alden Indy. Now, it's not exactly like an Alden Indy because it is a split toe, but this is just as good. This is more like Alden's Tanker boot, but everything is just a little bit better. I hate to say it. And the liner, I mean, it's just, everything is great. So let's see how these boots are holding up. And the first thing that really shocked me with Grant Stone was how well this sole is holding up. Now, first of all, there isn't a lot going on here. It's pretty flat still. And this is seen, gosh, I'd say 500 miles. I mean, so it will last a ton more, but it is holding up amazingly. See how the stitches are undisturbed? I mean, it's like the first day, like they were brand new, which, just as a reference, here are some Allen Edmonds shell cordovan, and the reason why I'm showing you these is because the sole is similar. I don't have a lot of day-night style soled shoes, but these are 2013, relatively new, and the stitches are already, because of how they stitch them, they're already wearing hard, and I haven't worn these nearly as much as I've worn these Grant Stones. Now, I love Allen Edmonds, don't get me wrong, but it's almost shocking how both of the boots, the soles are just perfect. If I had anything negative to say about the soles of these boots is that they're a little bit thin, but they wear like concrete, so I guess that doesn't matter. And they give you that veg tan midsole, so it's just really good. There's no laminating on the leather heel stack. It looks really nice over time. The welt looks amazing. I mean, these boots to me look 1,000 times better than they did brand new, just having them been broken in. Now, the one thing I will say is the Chromexcel stretches a lot, which makes these super comfortable, but something to think about if you're going to use them as a hiking boot, which most people aren't. I'm just a crazy person sometimes, but I'll mention about hiking that just having that midsole and the thinner sole and the leather thick veg tan insole, it doesn't give a ton of support for hiking. So you need something beefier, of course, but it still was able to do amazingly. Didn't cause me any problems, kept up, and it's just unbelievably comfortable over time. Not a single stitch is out of place. Everything looks amazing. These are just holding up awesomely. I'm just trying not to say the same exact thing, but let's look inside the boot now. The liner in these boots are so nice. It reminds me of the Aldens, and have to say, I think they get the same. I think they use the same exact liner as Alden, but the inside of the boot is looking great. That veg tan insole is molded quite nicely. There's no problems with the heel. What I really like is this little half liner. So if you know my shoe journey, you probably know that I started with Allen Edmonds, and Allen Edmonds, they don't have a sock liner for most of their shoes. It's just the veg tan insole. So I started not liking that, having that half sock liner, because in some of my boots that I got, like my 1,000-mile boots and my whites boots, it would kind of catch on that as I was bringing my sock or my foot out of the shoe. But these are glued really well, so there's no problem there. They're just fantastic boots. The Natural Chromexcel, if you're a boot guy, you've got to try Natural Chromexcel at least once. Now, I've gotten their brass boot in Natural Chromexcel, and I've had a couple pair of Allen Edmonds in Natural Chromexcel before they stopped selling it. I believe Horween stopped selling Allen Edmonds Natural Chromexcel because they were selling too much. I believe that. I don't know if that's true, but this is just an awesome leather. It smells amazing, and it's really holding up well and just looks better with age. So that's my review of the boot. I would say for waterproof, they're okay. I mean, they're not saying they're supposed to be professionally, or they're not saying they're supposed to be some professional hiking boot that's waterproof, but they did well. They did well for what I needed them for, hiking, and then of course going out to dinner and doing stuff like that. They dress up nicely. If anything I don't like about the boot is it's the hardware. So you can even see this one kind of bent. So this hardware is pretty thin. The speed hooks could be better. The eyelets are just like a thicker eyelet. I don't know how to explain them. They're not my favorite. I prefer a either smaller eyelet like in Alden's or on Alden's, or like I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just something about them doesn't look quite right. But I mean, that's the only negative thing I have about these boots is that hardware. You could switch that out yourself probably if you're handy with tools. So I think these boots, in my opinion, are worth more like $600, maybe $550, $575. So getting them through Grant Stone, getting the QC is just flawless. You're just getting a great deal. So let me know if you have any questions about these boots, and if you want to see me do anything with these, possibly to see how they wear a little bit more. Like I said, this isn't the only time I've worn them on this hike. They've been worn for many miles before that, but mostly just, you know, office worker Olympics type stuff, right? If I'm being honest. But I really beat these up and they look amazing. So now I'm going to do a little bit of a restoration on them, and we'll see how they look. So this is what I would consider a quick restoration. I wouldn't do this very often, but maybe once every 2 years. So I started off by just hitting the big dirt off with a brush, and then I'll just do some saddle soap here. I like to do the bottom of the soles. I don't know why. I'm cleaning everything. Might as well just do that. Then while the boot is still wet, I'll put in a shoe tree. That just helps kind of get it flat again, kind of introduces the shape that it originally had. Then of course buffing off that. Big Four doesn't darken leather, so it's what I prefer for especially like a natural Chromexcel. So I'll just put a generous amount on that. I know you're not supposed to put too much, but I also like to put it on the welt and everything in the midsole so that it gets nice and hydrated. Then of course you buff that out. Here's an added step for Chromexcel I use, Venetian shoe cream. Just kind of gives it a nice luster, added layer of protection, and just really brings out the beauty of this natural shell cordovan. So this one you really don't want to put too much on it because it will get kind of hazy. So I just lightly put it all over the shoe, buff it out, and that's it. That's the quick restoration. Every year or two do this restoration or after hard use, and you'll have these boots lasting for a very long time. Now I'll let it play out. There's only about 30 seconds left in the restoration. Then I'll come back with the final results. All right, I just buffed them off with the cloth, and here's the end results. You've seen these throughout the video as I've kind of modeled them around, but they look great, ready for many more years of service. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions regarding these boots. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.